Hello, hello, hello. Thanks again for joining me. Always a pleasure to share a practice with you, whether you're here on live or you're watching this later on the recording or on my YouTube channel. Always a pleasure to share a few breaths, to share a few moments of stillness, and to share a few movements with you guys. Thanks so much for making this happen. We're going to start in a comfortable seated posture. So take any seated posture that is comfortable for you. Remember that the seated posture can be a little bit trickier than you might think. And oftentimes we sort of consider that it's probably just sitting with our legs crossed or kneeling on our knees. And in fact, like your comfortable seated posture might change. It might be different from day to day, from time to time. Sometimes in the mornings, my hips are a little tighter. You see, I'm sitting on two aids this morning. I have a bolster and a brick. I had a little bit of a knee injury the other week. So generally I kneel. I can't do that today. So I'm just adapting my seated posture. So take a moment. Remember that the posture is a question that you ask your body. It's not a goal that you insist on or expect, right? So we ask our body what feels comfortable for me this morning. You see, I'm still shuffling to get comfortable. Maybe you are too, that's okay. Once you get there, once you get comfortable, once you get comfortable, we'll turn the palms up to face the ceiling. We'll leave the hands open for a moment. As the palms turn up, the wrists roll up, and there's a tendency to bring the elbows in, and we'll follow that with pushing the shoulder blades into the back, which is going to give us neutral spinal alignment. Remember, the spine isn't a straight line. It's actually full of curves. We want to sort of embrace the curvature of the spine. The belly button goes forward, which means the tailbone turns back. The chest comes forward, which means the shoulder blades push into the back, and the back of the head and the neck rock back. As the chin rocks up, the chin is parallel to the floor. And these palms stay facing up. Hands open this morning. Good. We'll sit for a few moments. And we'll remember the breath. So the most common movements that your body is engaged in are all related to the breath. And I think partially because they happen so often, we have a tendency to ignore them. And so we start our practice this morning, and often just a few moments of conscious breathing. Excellent. Whatever you have to do after this, whatever was happening right before this, you can wait. We'll commit this time to ourselves. We'll give ourselves 60 minutes to focus on sensation. We'll go 3 more breaths. Nice and slow. Remember the pauses in the breath. Excellent. Last one starts with a big inhale. We'll fill the lungs. Hold the breath. Rock the head back, still holding. Open the mouth as you exhale. And let your torso melt as the head slings forward. Just let the head now rock from side to side, stretching the neck, the back, getting the shoulders moving. We use an inhale. We roll back up to that neutral spinal alignment. We just rock the head, the chest, the shoulders slightly back. Slowly on the exhale, small movements slightly forward. Let the head fall. Don't exaggerate the movements too much. Really think about slow, subtle movements. The spinal column just falling forward and back. All the vertebrae shift one on the next. Eyes stay closed. This is a self-soothing motion. So when you feel stressed or anxious, this is something that might help. We're going to add another self-soothing motion to it. Let the palms slide up and down the legs. It's okay. It's all right to soothe yourself. Excellent. Let the palms slide up and down the legs, the head, the chest, the shoulders stay rocking forward and back. We'll go one more inhale. We rock back. And on the exhale, we'll make our way up. onto all four. Excellent. So we'll find our way up slowly onto all four. We'll have palms and fingers flat. I like to twist my palms flat into the mat. So I keep the elbows bent as I do it. I'll do one palm and then the other. And what I'm going to do is check that the pointer and the index finger of each hand, they make a straight line across the four fingertips from pointer and index finger of right to left. And that straight line is parallel to the straight line at the front of my mat. When I have that, that's when I straighten the elbows. As I do, the point of the elbow goes back, the fold of the elbow goes forward. I lift my head and my tailbone, grab an inhale. And I'll grab the mat with the balls of the feet. As I exhale, I'll round the spine and push back to stretch the soles of the feet. So it's a cat pose, but we're also stretching the soles of the feet. Excellent. We'll hold that cat as we rock back up to vertical arms, vertical legs. And then we'll release. The soles of the feet come down, the hands, the arms go forward. Keep the arms straight, hips high, head low, maybe the chest, maybe the chin touches the mat, maybe not. We'll give this 3 breaths. Good. We'll start to open the chest. And if you want, you can point the feet up just a touch. Keep the toes extended so that as you exhale, the tops of the feet come right back down. The hands slide. We end up in a child's pose. Make sure in your child's pose, you leave enough room for your chest and your stomach so that you can breathe and you're not sort of crushing the stomach at all. So when we come back to that child's pose, the arms are still extended. We'll relax the neck. The head will hit the mat. We'll use the inhale. We'll push into straightened arms. We'll open the chest. This becomes then a seated cobra, and it gets a big inhale. And as you exhale, the elbows find the mat. We'll stack the hands, left on the mat first, then right, then the forehead on the back of the right wrist. We'll let the head just roll as we sit down into our child's pose. Nice and slow. Now we extend the arms towards the front. The head hits the mat lightly. We'll rock the chest if we want from side to side. As we walk the hands forward, we take an inhale, pushing on straight arms. Exhale around the spine. Maybe the hands have to slide back. We come right back to our cat pose. Inhale, we lift the head. We lift the tailbone. Again, we grab the mat with the balls of the feet. We hold that cow. And we're going to hold the cow spine this time as we drop back to stretch the soles of the feet. Excellent. We'll use the exhale to round the spine to rock back up to a cat. We'll grab the mat with the balls. The feet will tilt the hips back as we straighten the arms and the legs, and that becomes downward dog. You can stay still if you'd like, or you can pedal the feet or the knees. Let the hips, the chest, the shoulders sway. Any little movements that feel nice for you is fine. You can also stay still. Good. If that's feeling a little too hard this morning, maybe you want to bring the feet forward. Excellent. On the inhale now, we'll lift the heels, we'll round the spine, we'll rock forward like we're going to plank, but we're not going to stay there. Right away, we'll drop right knee down to the mat. Again, the palms, the fingers flat. We push left leg back. We'll keep the knee straight, the foot pointed, and the toes flexed. So I'm pushing through the ball of the left foot. It's going back. The crown of the head is going forward. Hips parallel to the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, we'll let go of the hips being parallel to my right side. Lift the left hip. I'll bend the left knee. I'll point now left shin. Good. Yeah, to right side. The chest stays parallel to the floor if it can. Inhale, lift that left knee. And as I exhale, I bring the left knee up and set it outside left foot for a moment. I'll just squeeze left knee into shoulder and I'll rock from side to side. Excellent. After a few rocks from side to side, I'll come back to center. On the inhale, I'll push up onto my fingertips. The hips will be low, the head will be high. Nice way to open the hips. Exhale, little counter movement is going to be straight leg. I'll have to slide my heel forward because my body is proportioned like that. This is then a half straddle. My spine is round, my head hangs on the inhale, I come back to the front. Exhale, round the spine, come back. Inhale, come forward. Good, slow, deep breaths. Let's go one more of each. Inhale, we go forward, hips low, head high, hold inhale. Exhale, open your mouth. Rock back to take a nice stretch in that left hamstring. We come back towards the front now. We're going to set the palms flat. We're going to lift and turn the left toes. Lift and turn the left toes off the left side of the mat. I'll place left hand in front of left foot. I'll grab the mat with the ball of the right foot. Inhale, straighten right leg. Exhale, slow. You can hop if you want. If you want a little core work, I like to let the right toe slide. If you're looking to avoid sort of squeezing the stomach or working the core this morning, just hop right foot forward. What we're looking to do is have the heels turn towards each other, toes turn apart, the hips low and the head high as we sink into Balasana. Again, a nice hip opener. Palms come together at the center of the chest. Again, it's a little tough for me with this recent knee injury, but really good way to open the hips. Excellent. Big inhale here. Exhale, we drop the hands down to that. We straighten the legs, slow, fingertips on the mat. We lift the toes first, bring the toes together. Then the heels, we bring the heels together. Toes, heels, till the feet are touching, maybe close to the center of the mat, maybe not, doesn't really matter. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Take a bend in your knees. Again, if you need space between the legs this morning, that's fine. Or relax the neck, let the head hang and cross the arms. One hand on each elbow. Nice way to stretch the back. It's pretty safe if you keep the knees bent. We'll release the hands, let the fingers slide back to front. We're going to roll all the way up to Urdhva Hastasana. On the balls of the feet, we lift the heels. We hold the inhale. And as you exhale, heels come down to the mat. As the hands come down to the center of the chest, hands don't move, just the right leg moves. We bend that right knee as we turn it out. We hook right heel on left thigh and then spin the right knee out. Again, this is a pretty good way to work on opening the right hip. Also, good way to get balanced. If you're feeling out of balance this morning, we're going to give this a few more breaths. If you want it to be hard, try closing your eyes. Go ahead. We'll take an inhale here. Exhale, we're going to spin this right knee to the front. If you want a closed twist, we'll go left hand to right knee and right hand back. If you want an open twist, we'll go right hand to right knee and left hand back. We'll go one more inhale. Either way, I'm taking that closed twist because it feels good for me. Exhale. Now I'll extend right leg back to the back of the mat. Both hands go back. My heart and my chin go forward. Inhale here, arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, I'll drop right knee and let both hands, the fingers slide back to front. Hips low, head high, Kapiasana. Again, opening hips, also opening the chest as the head rocks back. Good. I'm going to give this 2 more breaths. See, that knee injury is bothering me a little bit. That's okay. I'm going to be gentle with myself. Big inhale. Exhale, slow. Hands come down to the mat. You can have one hand on each side of left foot. We'll grab mat with the ball of the right foot. Inhale, straighten the right leg. If that feels uncomfortable, you can use bricks. Inhale here. As you exhale, we slide. Both feet back. We take downward dog. Again, you can stay still if you like. You can bend the knees and sway the hips if you like. If that's feeling too intense, maybe bringing the feet forward just a touch. Excellent. Let's give it 2 more breaths. If that's uncomfortable, you can also take a child's pose. We'll roll through a vinyasa. Inhale, lift the heels around the spine. We rock forward to plank. We'll hold in plank. Take a relatively simple vinyasa to start. We'll drop knees. We'll have a tabletop posture. Inhale for a cow. Exhale for a cat. Inhale, we push back to child's pose. Arriving in child's pose, turn your toes together, your knees apart to make space for the chest and the stomach as we rock down. We take that child's pose again. We let the head roll on the mat. We'll lift the head for a moment and we'll set right palm on the mat first. Then left hand on the back of the right wrist, the head, then the forehead on the left wrist, the head rolls from side to side. We'll come back to the breath again. We'll notice the respiratory movements. Notice all the movement in the breath first. And then we'll notice and we'll remember that it's also full of stillness. Excellent. When you're on your yoga mat, be nowhere else. We'll undo the hands, the arms. We'll walk the hands forward. The head comes down to the mat. Again, the head rolls from side to side. We push into the palms. We inhale here. Exhale around the spine. We float up into a cat. Inhale, lift the head. And the tailbone, and we'll grab the mat with the balls of the feet. We'll hold this cow this time. And we'll rock back through the stretch in the soles of the feet into downward dog. Again, you can take a downward dog with a slightly wider base. Generally, there's 1 centimeter between the heel and the mat. If that feels too intense, you can bring the feet forward this morning. Or you can move. Or we can stay still. Excellent. We can sit. We can take a child's pose. We can take another vinyasa. It's all good. We're going to meet then in downward dog, which is where we'll start this other side of the same flow. Inhale, lift the heels round the spine. We rock forward to plank. We hold plank. We hold inhale. Exhale, we drop left knee, top of left foot. The right foot slides back, pushing through the ball of the foot going back, the crown of the head going forward, which means the gaze stays down. Check in with your hips. Hips parallel to the mat. Head forward, foot back. Inhale. Exhale, we let the hips turn as we bend right knee. We point right shin to left side. Hold the chest parallel to the mat. So we have an open twist here. Big inhale. Exhale, slow. Right foot comes forward. We set right foot outside, right hand. We'll start to push forward to stretch the hips. I'll rock up onto fingertips. Excellent. You see, I'm bouncing my hips as I warm up. I'm going to go inhale now, hips forward, head high. Exhale, I'll straighten right leg and I'll take a hamstring stretch in the right leg as I drop my head around my spine. Inhale, I rock forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Back. Forward. Back. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, you can open your mouth. So as we come forward on the inhale, we're going to turn the right toes out to the right side. We'll set right palm in front of the arc of the right foot. We'll have left palm flat as well. We can straighten left leg and inhale here. Again, if you slide the toe, it'll be a little bit tougher. Maybe that's what you're looking for. Not, maybe not. You can also hop. We're going to take that malasana again. Maybe it feels better the second time. Let's see. Not much for me. If you're having knee issues like I am, just sometimes a simple fold in the mat, 1 centimeter, really changes the posture. Then hips low, head high, hands together at the center of the chest. Excellent. Inhale here. Push the elbows out on the knees. Lift the head. Exhale, fingertips to that. We straighten the legs as we drop the head. We'll use fingertips for balance. We bring toes together. Then heels, toes, heels, toes. We'll have that standing forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. One hand to each elbow. You can have legs together. You can have legs apart. Depends on what you need this morning to feel comfortable in the core. Relax the neck, let the head hang, the chest sway. On the exhale, we'll undo the arms, let the hands slide back to front. We'll roll all the way up to Urdhva Hastasana on the balls of the feet again. Heels high, hands high. Exhale, hands to the center of the chest, the feet flat. And this time it's left knee that will lift and turn out. And we'll set left heel on right thigh. I almost fell. Hands stay at the center of the chest. And again, this left knee turning back as the left hip goes forward. So it's actually a little hip opening happening here. Also a little balance. If that feels good. And then close your eyes. Good. And before we come out, we're going to add a twist. Again, you can have an open or closed twist. Either way, it's left knee forward. Then closed twist is right hand to left knee and left hand back. Open twist the other way in the torso. We go a couple big breaths here. Good. Big inhale, left hand goes back. As you exhale, left foot will go back. The ball of the left foot on the back of the mat. The heart forward, the chin forward, the arms back. We hold the inhale. Exhale, drop left knee, top of left foot. Let the fingertips slide on the mat if they can. We rock back to Kapiasana. Hips go forward as head, chest, shoulders go back. Open the chest, lift the chin. Find your breath here. Excellent. One more big inhale on the exhale. We fold. Hands come down to the mat. One hand on each side of right foot, unless that's uncomfortable in the core. We'll grab the mat with the ball. The left foot will straighten. Left leg. Inhale here. Exhale. We slide back slow. Back to downward dog. Any variation of downward dog that feels accessible for you is fine. I'm going to roll through that sort of basic vinyasa. One more time. Inhale, lift the heels, round the spine. We'll rock forward to plank. We'll hold in. Exhale, we drop the knees. We have a tabletop posture. We use the inhale for a cow pose. Exhale, we'll take a cat. We're just going to add a puppy pose to this. Before we go to child's pose, we'll space the knees apart. We'll turn the toes together. Walk the hands forward. Open the chest. Take your puppy pose first. And then on the exhale, let the head, the chest, the shoulders slide. We drop right back down into child's pose. We'll take a seated cobra when we arrive. Straighten the arms, lift the head, open the chest. Inhale. Exhale, open your mouth. And we sink. We sink into a child's pose. Relax your neck onto the mat. The head rolls from side to side. Eyes closed. You can be anywhere you want. Maybe you're right exactly where you'd like to be. Maybe not this morning. Eyes closed, focused on the breath. You can be anywhere. We'll walk the hands forward. We'll straighten the arms. We'll take an inhale. Exhale around the spine. We roll up to cat, palms flat. Good. Inhale, lift the head. Lift the tailbone, we grab the mat with the balls of the feet, and we tilt the hips back into downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Relax your neck. Let your eyes be closed. Good. Explore the body this morning. What feels good? Do you need stillness? Go for it. Do you need to move? Go for it. You need a break, a hug, sip of tea. It's all good. Come back to downward dog. Bend the knees, send the gaze forward. One big step as we exhale, it'll be left foot forward between the hands right away. Push onto pointer finger, index finger of both hands. You can use bricks or fists. We'll lift the torso. Inhale here. Exhale, let the hands slide back to front. And so we lift into crescent lunge. And we'll give crescent lunge a few breaths. And crescent lunge is more of a balancing posture than people are aware, because they have a tendency to focus on the engagement, the stretch in the hip, the engagement in the core, pushing upwards. But you'll really realize it's a balancing posture when you set your chin parallel to the floor and close your eyes. Eyes closed, you can see how much work the body has to do to maintain balance. Good. We'll just appreciate the sort of melody of movement that comes out of the body all by itself when we close the eyes. We'll take another breath here in crescent lunge. We'll use the inhale to lift the heel now. We'll bend the elbows, rock back, hold the inhale. And as you exhale, set left heel to the mat. We'll drop left hand to the front left corner of the mat as we lift right arm and right leg. And so we open into a half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Good. Big inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to stand up on left leg, right foot never touches the mat. As we stand up without the right foot touching the mat, we touch thumbs together first, then pinky fingers, then the elbows come together, the wrists come together, but the other fingers remain stretched apart. We'll keep the right knee pointed up, the right toes pointed down. We'll lift that right knee as high as we can as we rock head, chest, shoulders back. Little bit of a chest opener. Big inhale here. Exhale, slow. We're going to rock this bent right knee back and cross right knee behind left heel. The top of the right foot touching somewhere close to the left edge of the mat. Already it's a bit of balancing. We'll have left foot stay flat. We'll set left hand on left knee and we'll lift right elbow, right arm. Exhale, we bend right elbow. And we touch it to left knee. That's the closed twist, of course. If you want the open twist, it goes the other way. Good. Big inhale here. On the exhale, turn the chest back to face the front. We'll uncross the torso. The right glute comes back down to sit on the mat, and we uncross the legs. The soles of the feet come together. And we have a butterfly pose first. Lift the head, knees turned away from each other. Exhale around the spine and push forward. And that's just the warm up for the next posture, which is going to be a tortoise pose. We'll keep the knees bent. Stretch the feet away from each other. We'll send the hands to the outside of the feet on both sides. It's not a posture that I'm really good at. The goal then is to straighten the legs, push the heels forward as the hands walk out. Sometimes you can get your head, your chest down onto the mat. Clearly, I cannot this morning. Push a little further forward though. And I'll come out slow. I'll undo my arms. I'll rock head, chest, shoulders back. Bend the knees, bring the knees, the feet together. We'll take an egg pose first again. You can keep the legs open if that feels better. You can bring the legs together. Close your eyes. Round your spine, drop your eyes down, push into the knees. Excellent. Inhale, lift the head. The eyes stay closed as you take a half bow. You can leave the hands on the knees, or you can extend the arms. Big inhale here. And on the exhale, just once, we're going to roll up onto the shoulder blades. The hands come back to protect the neck. And then we roll right over the legs, right back up onto all four. Grab the mat with the balls of feet. Rock the hips back. And we find our downward dog. Any variation of downward dog works. Any vinyasa works. We give it 2 breaths first. Inhale, lift the heels. We round the spine. We rock forward. We hold plank. We hold inhale. Exhale. Any vinyasa you want. I'm going to do Ashtanga. We'll have knees, chest, chin. Ashtangasana. We lift the hips on the inhale. Exhale, flat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, around the spine. Push back to the posture of your choice. Downward dog or child's pose. It's all good. We're going to give it 4 breaths, any posture you'd like. Again, we look for the movement in the breath. We look for the stillness as well. Very nice. If you're somewhere else, we'll meet in downward dog. That's where we'll start this next flow. We inhale to bend the knees. The gaze goes forward. Exhale, one big step. It's right foot forward between the hands. Right away, I push up onto pointer and index finger. Inhale here. Exhale, let the hands slide back to front. Anjaneyasana. A lot happening here. We have a hip stretch. We've got some core work happening. And of course, we have balancing, and we'll realize we're balancing when we close the eyes. Eyes closed. We'll give this posture a few breaths. Excellent. Nothing else happening. Each breath, each posture, somehow perfect in its own light. We'll take an inhale now as we lift the heels. We'll open the chest. Exhale, we're rocking forward into that half moon pose. We're on right foot, right hand on the mat. We lift left hand and left hip. I like to float the right hand. It makes the balance harder. A lot of people like the right hand on the mat or a brick. Any balance, any posture that works, any variation that works for you is fine. Good. Inhale here, exhale. We bend both knees. We stand up on right foot, left foot never touches the mat. As we bring bent left knee forward, the thumbs come together, the pinky fingers come together, the elbows and the wrists come together, but the remaining fingers stay stretched apart. This left knee stays high, toes pointed down. Forearms vertical at first. We inhale, we'll lift that left knee even higher. We'll walk back and turn that into a little bit of a chest opener. Elbows high, chin high, heart high. We hold that heart chakra mudra. One more inhale, exhale, slowly rock. Head, chest, shoulders forward. We'll undo our mudra as we cross. Left leg behind right. The top of the left foot hits the right side of the mat. Then the left knee comes down and is glued to the outside of the right heel. Finally, we let go of the mudra. We let right hand, I'm following, right hand touches right knee. Inhale, lift left hand. Exhale, close twist is left elbow to right knee. Open twist is right elbow to right knee. Very nice. Turn the gaze up if you'd like. Inhale here. Exhale, undo the twist either way. One hand on each side. The left glute comes back. We uncross the legs. Soles of the feet come together. We'll have our seated butterfly. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, rock forward. Good. Relax your neck, let your head sway. And we're going to come up, and I'm going to do that tortoise pose again. If you don't like it, you can do the butterfly. I'll go hands outside the feet. We'll separate the feet. The knees stay bent. Big inhale as I slide the heels forward. Boy, it doesn't feel any better the second time. Okay, it does feel a little better. Go one more inhale here. I'm gonna bring my hands back towards the front. Slow, I'll round the spine. I'll roll up to a seat. I'll grab the knees, bring the knees together or keep them separate. Any variation of egg pose that works for you. I'll close my eyes and twist for a moment on my glutes. Then I'm going to extend the legs forward halfway. You can hold your knees if you'd like, half boat. I'll rock back up onto the shoulders. This time I'm going to take a little pause here. You see, it's quite early in the morning. My feet don't touch the floor. I need about 2 or 3 classes to get to my full mobility. So my feet are just floating here in a plow pose. Go one more inhale here. Exhale. In one smooth motion, I cross the legs, roll back up over my hips, up onto all 4, palms flat, grab the mat with the balls of the feet. Inhale, lift the head, lift the tailbone. That's a cow pose. Exhale, rock the hips back. Straighten the arms. Straighten the legs. Good. Downward dog. 2 breaths. And then we roll through a vinyasa, which is plank. Ashtangasana, knees, chest, chin. Hips don't touch. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, flat on the. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, round the spine, rock back to the posture of your choice and give that posture of your choosing 4 breaths. Good. We'll take an inhale as we bend the knees. If you're somewhere else, we'll meet in a downward dog. We'll inhale as we bend the knees. The gaze goes forward. Your choice. Hop or walk. 2 feet to the front of the mat. 2 feet between 2 hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Let the hands slide back to front. We roll all the way up onto the balls of feet. We lift the hands, we lift the heels, we hold the inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the center of the chest as the feet set themselves flat. We'll let ourselves rock forward and back. Feet stay flat as you rock. Close your eyes and then release the arms, so that the head, the chest, the shoulders can really fall and sway. Maybe the arms start to swing. Use the inhale to rock back. Exhale to rock forward. Good. Excellent. Eyes stay closed, so the movement is really free and unique to your body. This morning, inhale, lift the heart, lift the chin, rock back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we bend the knees as if we're turn the palms up as if we're sort of carrying 2 pizzas. We rock head, chest, shoulders back, palms faced up. And we use the inhale to slide right leg and both hands back. So we have an airplane pose. Chest and right leg parallel to the floor. Ooh, I stole a glance in the camera to see that my alignment was right, and I'm super stoked. It actually is. Good. So we have this airplane pose. Right leg is back. Big inhale, we grab the mat with the ball of the right foot, and on the exhale, the fingers slide back to front. We rock up to crescent lunge, crescent lunge. Eyes closed, 3 breaths. Inhale, lift the heels, open the chest. Exhale, drop left heel to the mat, left elbow to left knee. Let this right hand slide front to back on the mat. We drop right heel down, right hand goes back, then up. We start with right arm vertical. We turn the gaze up to see the right thumb. And as you exhale, just sit the neck neutral so the gaze is across to the side as the right arm tilts forward. Straight line now from right heel to right fingertips. Big inhale, right hand goes forward. And again, the same familiar motion as we exhale, right hand slides front to back, but this time it will pull the chest up with it. So we come up into warrior two. When we arrive in warrior two, there's a little pivoting happening. So the gaze stays to the right side, neck is neutral, gaze to the right side. Lift the head, close the eyes. On this last exhale, slow, turn the face to the front. And so we have warrior two. Excellent. Big inhale, we'll turn the left palm up as we lift the left arm. We straighten the left leg as well. Good, big inhale, lift this left hand. Exhale, we bend left elbow. We let this left hand slide off the back of the left head. You have a few choices here. We already did supported side angle. You're welcome to take it again. If you want to go deeper and really open that left hip, you can go left hand inside the left foot and extend right arm up. And so we have sunken side angle. Big inhale, lift right hand. Exhale, slow, we'll bend, right knee will drop, right knee and right hand. If you need more space, that's fine. Walk left foot out to left side. We rock up onto fingertips. Inhale, lift the head. As you exhale, you can stay on palms and straightened arms, or you can drop forearms. Torso, release your neck, let your head hang. Excellent. Lizard pose. Big inhale, we climb out slow. Lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. As you exhale, we bend the right knee and we turn right foot to point towards the left side of the mat. And I'm going to grab my left heel with my right hand and I'm going to pull. In that way, the toes are pointing in opposite directions, knees stacked. I believe if I did this right, it should be left knee on top of right. My knees, again, I still have that knee injury, so I'm a little sore, so my knees aren't completely stacked, toes pointed away from each other. This is Gomukhasana or cow face pose. I only ever do half Gomukhasana. We'll inhale as we lift the head. I don't like the arms variation of this very much, so we relax now into it. Nice and slow now. We'll roll up out of that hip opener. Uncross the legs. Extend the legs towards the front. We'll point the toes. We'll send the hands back beyond the hips. I'm going to have the fingers pointed forward. Depends on what's going on with your wrist, your arms. You might want the fingers to turn back or turn to the side. I like them forward. I'll squeeze shoulder blades into the back first. Point the toes forward. Inhale here. We'll take a reverse plank. Lift the hips, relax the neck. Let the head come back. Push the hips up. Lift a little higher if you can. Big inhale. Exhale, hips come down to the mat. We'll point the toes up now. Point the head up, rock forward. Paschimottanasana. Boy, I rarely do this one anymore because I've been having back trouble, but it feels nice this morning, especially after that reverse plank. You see, I'm not going too deep either. I have to warm these things up slow. Exhale, let the hands just slide up the knees. I'll grab the knees. I'll use right hand on the mat to turn the chest towards the front as the feet go to the left side and back. I'll roll up to a tabletop posture first. Inhale, lift the head and the tailbone. Exhale, we rock back into downward dog. 2 breaths in downward dog. Inhale, lift the heels around the spine. We rock forward to plank. We hold plank, we hold inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Ashtangasana. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, flatten. Inhale, cobra. Exhale all the way back to the posture of your choice for 4 breaths. Good. If you're somewhere else, we'll meet in downward dog. Downward dog, we bend the knees on the inhale. Your choice, hop or walk, 2 feet to the front. We end with 2 feet between 2 hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, full. Inhale all the way up onto the balls of the feet. We lift the hands, we lift the heels, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands down to the center of the chest, the feet flat right away. The hands hit the center of the chest. You start rocking forward and back. Nice sort of flowing motion, the whole length of the body. We'll relax the arms, let the arms and the chest go as well. You can bend the knees as you fold forward. You can straighten the legs, rock the heart back as you come back. Inhales are back. Exhales are forward. Excellent. Nice and slow. Good. We'll go 2 more. Exhale, we'll come forward. We're going to cross the arms for a moment. We'll turn the palms up like we're holding 2 pizzas as we rock the head back. The palms stay facing up. Little back bend. We bend the elbows, cross the arms. It's going to be left foot back and both hands as well. Palms still, I fell. Facing up, still holding those pizzas. Excellent. You have that airplane pose. It gets 2 more breaths. And on the exhale, it's the ball of the left foot mat. Let the fingers slide, rock up. Rock up to crescent lunge. Give yourself a few breaths. I like to get here first and then I dig into it. Push the left heel back, straighten the left leg. Set the chin parallel to the floor. Of course, I'll try it with my eyes closed. Of course, it will be more difficult. All the really good things in life, they're all pretty tough, but well worth the work. We'll come back to that central alignment. I want to keep my eyes closed, but I'm going to find it. There it is. I'll open my eyes as I lift my right heel. I bend the elbows, open the chest, hold the inhale. Exhale, rock head, chest, shoulder forward, right heel to that right elbow on the right knee. I let this left hand slide back to front to back as the left heel goes down, the left hand goes back. Then up, we start with that vertical line from what? Right elbow to left fingers. And then I'll tilt that left arm forward. I'll keep the neck neutral so the gaze is straight across. Push the left hand forward. Big inhale, extend. Exhale, the same movement. Left hand slides front to back, but this time it pulls the head, the chest, the shoulders. I roll up to warrior 2, the neck neutral, gaze to the side. Lift the head, close the eyes with the exhale. With the exhale, we turn the face to the front. And so we find our warrior 2. Excellent. Good. We're going to turn right palm up now. Inhale as we lift right hand. We'll also straighten right leg, so that's a reverse triangle. And as you exhale, we bend that right knee again. And again, you can take elbow on knee if you really want to open the hips. Go right hand down to that, extend left arm up. Squeeze knee into shoulder. So we have that sunken side angle pose. We go one more inhale. We lift left hand. And as you exhale, left hand to that left knee as well. If you need more space, scoot right foot out to the right side. Inhale, I'm up on fingertips. Exhale, palms, elbows down to the mat. We'll relax the knee, the neck, let the head hang. So we'll find that lizard pose. Excellent. We'll push now into the palms. We'll straighten the arms, hips low, head high for the inhale. Exhale, look first. I bend left knee. I point left toes to right side. Then I'm going to pull. You maybe don't have to, but I'll pull what? Right heel across the midline. Toes pointed away from each other. The hips come down and back. My knees still not stacked. This knee injury really slowing me down these days. Lift your head. You can stay here. You're already getting a hip opener. You can stay here if you want. Or if you like on the exhale, you can tilt forward. Excellent. Good, nice and slow. We'll come up out of that. We'll grab the knees. We'll uncross the knees, the feet, the legs extending towards the front. And I lied, actually. I like my fingers back, not forward. We're gonna do that reverse plank again. We'll push on the heels. We'll point the toes forward. The shoulder blades going to the back. Inhale here. Exhale, lift the hips any amount. Shoulder blades go into the back. Relax the neck, let the head hang. Inhale, maybe lift a little higher. Exhale, the hips come down as the toes point up. I lift the head for the inhale. Exhale, there's our Paschimottanasana. Again, not going too deep. Really early in the morning. Generally, by the end of the day, I'll be able to get my head on my knees, but not in the morning. And if I insist, I will definitely hurt myself. I'll use the exhale now, let the hands slide. I'll rock back to a seat. Again, take any seat that is comfortable for you. I'm just gonna grab a brick here because my knee is still bothering me a little bit. So I'll take a comfortable seat. Excellent, so find that seated posture. Good, lift your head. Close your eyes. And this time we'll have the palms facing down. We'll leave the hands, the fingers open. Just let the fingertips hang on the knees. Keep the spine vertical. Push the head up. And notice the breath again. Full of movement as it is full of stillness. Good, we'll come together now. We'll take a big inhale. Fill the lungs, hold the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. In. Hold. Out. Hold. In. Hold. Out. Hold. In. Hold. Out. Hold. In to pause. Out to pause. In to pause. Out to pause. In to pause. Out to pause. Good. One last big inhale and a longer pause. We go all the way in. Fill the lungs and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, open your mouth as you exhale, rock your head back. You're already on your bum, that's great. You just keep rocking the head back, let the head, the chest, the shoulders all just roll back as you grab the knees around the spine. And we'll end up on the back. You can have the feet crossed if you'd like. It will be left over right. We'll have one hand on each knee. And we'll grab now left knee with right hand. We'll extend left arm. Inhale, we take a counter twist first. It's over to the left. Exhale, we pull over to the right. If you're looking for more of an open twist, you can just send this left leg a little down towards the bottom of the mat, just to make sure we're not too closed. Okay, 2 more breaths here. Inhale here. On the exhale, we just roll the hips back down to the mat. We'll keep space between the knees now. We'll pull the knees up and out wide, as if you're trying to pull the knees up towards the outside of the shoulders. Good, big inhale here. We extend right arm out to right side. Bring the knees together. Inhale, counter twist. We go to the right. Exhale, there's our twist, which means both knees over to the left side. You can have the knees together for a closed twist. If you want more open, just drop that right knee a little bit lower. Both actually have their advantages. Both feel really good, depending on what you're looking for today. Again, out here. Exhale, we roll the hips back down to the mat. You can keep the knees separate again. Self rock. And then we'll bring the heels down to the mat. We'll just slide the feet towards the front. Turn the palms up. Face the ceiling. Rock the head back. Lift the chin. Good. Close your eyes. And on this exhale, as the air leaves the lungs, just let your consciousness slide out of the body with it. So let the body on the mat still and lifeless. We'll give it 3 minutes. And then I'll call you back here after. Slowly now. Just start to move. Hands and feet. Fingers and toes. When you feel ready, you can extend your exhale, we bend the knee. Just roll over onto the left side. Take 2 breaths here on the left side. As you exhale, we'll roll back up to a seat. Good. So we'll end as we always do, 5 last movements. We extend the arms up as we inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale here, pure love. Exhale, hands to the center of the throat. Inhale here, pure communication. Exhale, hands to the forehead. Inhale here, your awareness. And exhale, hands now facing to the ceiling, palms facing up, thumbs and pointer fingers together, just above the head like a halo. Inhale here at the crown, enlightenment. As you exhale, we fold. Namaste. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, as always, for joining me. More soon.